The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to John O. Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. Coming out with it, it's Bailey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So TCU's offense takes the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this...
Trying to get it in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Houston. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged on the outside. It's McAllister. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Got a man. It's McAllister. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll send the back in motion. Give to the running back. He's loose. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Motion from the back. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Love the work by the running back on that drop play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. It's Wegman. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Barnes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keeps it on the draw. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. He's got the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go right back to the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Barnes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Sends it back in motion. Boom. Fullback's got it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Broussard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Puts it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
run the slant route day one. And this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. It's Payne. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker.
Hey, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Payne. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna look downfield again. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Horned Frogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
To the air, it's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. It's Wegman. He's got an open man. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Cougar! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. He should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Release to the back. Tosses it incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Finds his big tight end. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on fourth down? And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive comes from the 27. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Wegman. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and...
Kearney on the Jets. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On the run, it's Connors. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off-play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's McAllister. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pulls it in. It's McAllister. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Scanning the field, it's Beckman. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They feed him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's McAllister. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Got it in the middle, it's Payne. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 25 to Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
A little screen to the running back. Crosses to 30. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Houston. And they grab the advantage lead here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Hoover. Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. On the ground, it's Payne. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
And the Horned Frogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Got his man quickly. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to keep it in the air. Back's got it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Sets a kickoff.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out across the 30, mark down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
4th quarter, we're getting later in the game. You give up a big play, you don't get down to yourself. Nice job by this defense, staying positive. Then you get after the quarterback and get the big sack.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Broussard. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Connors.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Wegman. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He'll set up to throw. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Touchdown, Cougars. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback. Get it out quick.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. How about this defense taking one back to the house? I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
And he puts through the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot at it.
Oh, a lot of space. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Bringing the heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives as hard